Alright, hey guys, I'm gonna be putting up a review of the Landyachtz Switch for y'all. Um, for starters, the specs on this board are 41 from one end to the other and 9.5 in width. Another thing I'm sure y'all want to talk about would be the really radical drop on this board, which is why most of y'all are probably considering buying it. And the drop is really nice. It plays into the concave in the front and back, which by the way it's completely symmetrical, so there is no front and back. It gives you a really good spot to really push your foot into for really good like slides, and also just the concave in general, and just this right here is perfect for hooking your heel into and really pushing out those long stand-up slides. It does have a slight, very slight W concave that pretty much wears out by the end of the board. So it's really not going to be noticeable for where you're putting your feet. I don't know why they even put it there, to be honest. Considering this board does have such a harsh drop, it does hit the ground a lot if you're in an urban area trying to sidewalk, all that, not really happening. You'll tear up the graphic really bad. As far as downhill goes, there's nice little pockets back here to really get your tuck into, and the board's really stiff. I believe it's 9 plies of maple, so it really doesn't have much flex at all. And the drop on it, if I didn't already say, is 1 3/4 inches, which is pretty significant in comparison to a lot of other boards on the market. Negatives about this board: if it does end up on its back, this right here, this little spot on all 4 corners is going to get torn to pieces. I've only had it on its back like twice, and it's pretty much just destroyed those little corner pieces. And durability on this board is not the greatest. Actually, like the second day I had it, one of my friends dropped it. I'm sure you can't see it because I'm on a crappy webcam, but put a little nice crack in it right there, and then when it was on its back causing the damage to the corners, another nice little crack up in the corner up in here, but it didn't really affect the ride or the structural integrity for that matter. As far as doing any freestyle on this board, it's pretty much impossible because the drop is so intense and there's like no kicktail at all. So no manuals for whoever's getting this board. Or shove-its. Shove-its you can do a little bit. I pulled off a couple, but they're pretty difficult on this board. But overall, I would have to say that for downhill and for free ride, this board is pretty sick. What could I say bad about this board other than what I've already said? Not much. It's got decent wheel wells. I haven't got any wheel bites, and I'm riding these big old flashbacks, and they haven't bit at all. I got this board up to right around 55 and no speed wobbles at all. Oh, another bad thing about it is because it is so low, if you do try to hang your heel off to get into a good slide, your heel may hit the ground a little bit and tear up your shoe and maybe even throw off your slide, but the concave up actually on the board is pretty much good enough to where you won't really have to worry about hanging your heel off. It'll lock you in pretty good. I would suggest putting either some NAR or Gator or Vicious grip tape on, because this grip tape is not exactly the grippiest. Um, Alright, guys, well, I will be giving y'all a few more reviews, such as the Globe Pinner longboard. Um, so, comment if you have any questions that I didn't already answer. And that should be it. And subscribe.